So the second I saw the trailer for him like a month or two ago, I was like, this movie, I need to see it. Like, I need to be there. I need to know exactly what happens before it gets spoiled, before everybody else tells me whether it was good or bad. I was like, I need to see it. Now, the thing is, I am not a horror fan at all. Like, I'm the biggest scaredy cat. Word to DPR Ian because he knows it all too well. Like, I get scared so easily. I get nightmares so easily, but I was like, I'm gonna have to risk it for the biscuit. Like, I need to see this movie. I mean, the premise looked amazing. How come nobody's ever done this before? Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you kidding me? It's genius. Idols in sports being horrible people that do horrible things. Yeah, I believe it. Down 100%. I'm sure it is a thing. But, like, how crazy does it get? Like, what's truth, what's fiction? You know, sometimes the lines be blurred. So I wanted to take a peek. I was curious. Other things that enticed me to go see this is that the main lead, Tyreek Withers, looks fine as hell. Oh my gosh. That is a man. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I have a new crush for the month, that's for sure. Thank you very much. On top of that, I've been watching some of the interviews. He's hilarious. Like the Brittany Broski one. Oh my god, he's just like us. I don't know if he's Gen Z or not. He might be. But like I'm with it, like I get it. Like in that Brittany Broski video, all the references, like I'm there. Like yes, like I see it. I see it. We relate. We just need to hang out, you know what I mean? And then I started watching the ones with Tyreek and Marlon Wayans. Oh my gosh. I needed to be in the room where it happened. I should have been on set. Like they should have contacted me personally. I should have been invited. Where was my invite? Speaking of, when I saw the trailer and I saw Marlon Wayans, that just made me want to see even more because I'm like, what? That's my guy. Like, I grew up watching him. Although I will say that my father should not have let me and my sisters watch White Chicks, the unrated version, you know, the red CD versus the blue CD. We had the red CD. I should not have been watching that at like 5 years old, like jail time. That is actually so crazy. I was exposed to so much as a kid, some of that on my own volition, some of that because of my dad. But like, I don't know why my mom let him do that. Like, I should not have been seeing White Chicks in kindergarten and quoting White Chicks in kindergarten. It's just ridiculous. What was that man on? We will never know. Either way, I have loved Marlon since then. I have seen his other movies. He's hilarious. He's so good. But I love when comedians do dramatic roles. I eat it up every time if they're good at it. Not everyone is. But I was like, let me see what Marlon got. Like, let's test it out. Especially because he's like the villain. Oh my gosh. Marlon being a villain. Like, this movie was curated and crafted for me. Like, this is for me. Everybody else get out of the way. So yeah, with all that being said, I was so down for this movie, and then all of a sudden, so it comes out on like the 19th of September, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing people on TikTok like, this movie disappointed me. I hated this. This could have been better. This sucked. I was like, wait a minute. You're talking about him? Like the one that was made for me? Are you sure? Like, because it wasn't just one or two. It was like a few people that weren't rocking with it, and I was like, well, I'll just have to save it and watch it later because I don't want spoilers. Because I'm gonna see it. And I did. But I was like, wait, what the hell happened? Like, the concept is great. Like, it's all laid out. Probably predictable, yes, but like, it's right there. What the hell happened? Whose fault? So yeah, that just made me want to watch it even more because I'm like, why there's so many TikTokers and YouTube reviewers that I usually agree with not messing with this movie. When I watched it, I was like, for the majority of it, I'm like, what are y'all talking about? Like, this is great. Like, I'm at the edge of my seat. Like, what is gonna happen next? This movie is so intense. And then the last 15 minutes happened, and I was like, oh, so that's the ending. That's what people are talking about. Oh, okay. Well, let me ask the audience. Like, it was so creepy and eerie and brutal and dark. And I was actually living. I was like, oh my God, like, this is how horror fans get off? Like, this is kind of fun. This is kind of interesting. A little gory, but I was like, hey, I'm having a good time. And then I was just kind of like, okay. Like, I certainly enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. But I just, yeah, I wish it was longer. I agree with y'all. I wish there was more clarity or explanation on certain things happening in more full circle moments because there was a lot of like little things going on, but usually in the plot it all comes together. And I feel like some things did do that, but some things did not do that. And I was just kind of like, wait, what about this? What about that? Like, I had a lot of questions. And one thing about me is I like to get those questions answered. So, yeah. Yeah. But then I started to think, okay, maybe the ending went by so fast because they're trying to symbolize like when you're about to be the next great, when you're about to be the next him, a major football player or just like a major famous celebrity that's like rich. Time flies by, you know, life goes so fast. nothing slows down, and like this is just like what you're gonna have to get used to, this pace. But then I was like, maybe they just ran out of time. Maybe the executive producers were like, budgets, cut, make sure the movie is not 2 hours long. Because I feel like this could have been 2 hours long, and I would have not even realized it was 2 hours long. You know what I mean? Because when it was over, I was like, oh, it's over? Like, oh, like the lights are turning on for real? Like, no epilogue? No nothing? Oh, okay. I wasn't the only person in the theater that thought that, by the way. As I was leaving, I was walking in the same direction as like two dudes that were sitting in front of me. And, I wasn't eavesdropping, but like they're right there. And, I wanted to chime in because I was agreeing with what they were saying. Like they had some good takes, but then I was like, social anxiety, fear of rejection, it took over. It won that battle this time. It got me, girl. It got me. So I left myself out of it. But basically, they were saying the same thing. It felt like a rushed ending. There were so many questions. They wanted to know what happened next because I wanted to know what happened next too. Like that's just it. Is there going to be like a sequel? Hopefully there's a sequel. If there's a sequel, then I'll take this back. I'll take this criticism, this complaint back because I like a full story. Like see, this is why I like TV shows. They be giving you everything. I'm trying to get more movies a shot, like especially new movies, because we got to support original films, not just sequels. You know what I'm saying? Not just reboots. Like so I'm going out and supporting the original films, but like come on y'all. Give me the full thing then. Give me the full package. In that sense, it like ruined the entire movie for them. In my opinion, I don't okay, a rushed ending can ruin a movie, but usually for me it doesn't, and in this particular case it did not. Like I still will watch this movie again. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will still recommend it, especially that soundtrack. Whoever did the soundtrack, taste. You put me back on Lemonade. I haven't heard that song in years. I haven't heard that song in years. I love that song. So yeah, I will be watching it again. Like I'm sad. I'm sad. But here's more like spoilers for major moments and minor moments that I really did like or enjoyed or just had like comments and thoughts on. Okay, so the second this movie opens, the second, there is an instant shrine shown of Isaiah White, a football player, like all time NFL winner, which, in this universe, that NFL copyright, expensive, girl. I've heard about it. I've heard the horror stories of people trying to sell NFL merch without permission. Girl, they be on y'all ass. Don't do it. It's not worth it. So, like, in this, I think it was USFF, but it's the NFL, but it's USFF. Right. Whatever that football league is, whatever that stands for, he is an 8-time champion of that, mind you. Quarterback. And the quarterbacks be the most popular for a reason. The responsibility, the way the game can go, it falls on them. So like he is like the guy. He's him. He's the GOAT. Everybody loves him. He's the best. Cameron's dad, it's one of those stories where he's like, hey, you're gonna be next up. Like your life, you're gonna have that. Like I'm gonna make sure you get to that level. Like you will be the best football player if I have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? So it's one of those. My dad was the same way with track and field, and I said, oh, absolutely not. 3 years is all you're gonna get from me, and I never do that shit again. I'm sorry, I'm not built for sports. He's getting him like mentally prepped to take Isaiah's spot in the future. Because mind you, like at this point, it's like a flashback. Like Cameron's like 8, 9. Like he's just a little kid, but he's like, I'm him, already like getting into it, and I'm like, oh lord, like, is this how it starts in like big sports families? Where people are like that pressure from your parents gotta be insane. Like it's one thing to have like academic pressure because you should want your kids to be like knowledgeable and educated, but like sports, especially a sport where you could like break your fucking body, get CTE. No, no, ma'am. Not for me. Y'all can have it. But it is crazy because the older I get, the more I realize how much people really do idolize sports players. And I'm not exempt from this, but it's more like pop stars for me or like actors. Like I've done it. I've done it. I put them on the pedestal. They don't feel human to me because of who they are, what they look like, what they can afford and achieve, luxury of it all. I get it. Like I've been there. But you got to get out of that. Like I've gotten out of it since I was like I don't know, maybe like 16, 17, 18. So like a teenager. These are grown men with football players, a ball sport. People will literally ride or die for their teams, fight in the stands for their favorite. Like if you're wearing the wrong jersey in the wrong section, you might get beat the fuck up. Like you're gonna have to be on guard. I think that is insane. I think that is absolutely insane. Like, can we address this? Can we acknowledge this? Like, I'm not trying to shit on people being a fan of a sport. You can be a fan all you want, but like, oh my god, like the levels it can go. Spooky. It's scary out here. And the statistics of like women being abused more during like the Super Bowl or like the domestic calls. It was something like that. Like there's more calls to the police about domestic violence during like football sports season. It says a lot. Like we have to relax. We don't have to relax a little bit. Like you can admire without idolizing. Clock it, Clark it, Clark it. I know it's hard, but like sports fans, y'all be good for that. Like if y'all talk shit about a man's favorite team, basketball, baseball, soccer, hands might be thrown. Literally, like call the authorities. And then this whole thing ties into like the cross necklaces and the poses that we keep seeing Cam do. Like, oh wow, like it's on the nose, but I like it. Like sometimes you gotta put stuff in people's faces. You really gotta make them realize, like, oh shit, like we actually do this for real. Like it's not just a movie. Like we do this. Like I'm talking about in it. Like we do it. Even at the end, the pose camera makes it might be the like official poster too, with like the blue background at the very very end. Cam is him now. People are gonna start viewing him like an idol, like a god. Whoa, whoa. So yeah, like I said, one of the most realistic parts to me is the whole fandom aspect of it. I have talked about fandoms in the past before in my K-pop Demon Hunters video because K-pop stands different breed. I am one of you. I am not too much, but like people meme on us for a reason. People are scared of us for a reason. Let's just call it what it is. But sports fans, same way. In this film, we got to see some of that with this crazy ass lady named Melissa. I think her name was Melissa. That blonde lady, that crazy blonde lady at the compound. Yeah, her. Basically, when they go to Cam's house, there's this woman outside. Well, there's a bunch of people outside. How they're so close to Isaiah's house, I don't know. He seems to love it though, because he's like, oh yeah, those are my fans. Them right there, yeah, they love me. They have a hard time accepting that I might not come back next year for my ninth year, happens. But like they have signs where they're like, I forget exactly what it said, but it's shit like Isaiah is our savior, which is the name of the team, the Saviors, or like Isaiah is our God, shit like that. And then this girl in particular spits on Cameron's car window. And she's like, we don't want you. Oh my god. Like, is it ever that deep? Cameron's just kind of stunned, but then he like shrugs it off at first because some fans just be like that. They have a hard time moving on, accepting changes and differences. That's just like human. But it takes a turn because later on in the movie, this bitch breaks into Isaiah's house and she hides under the seats or the bench of the sauna. And then Cameron's in there relaxing in the sauna and she tries to like kill him with a rock. She tries to take him out, take his life. Oh my god. And then a whole fight ensues. It was wild. But you know how these stands get. They do be breaking in people's houses. They get a little too comfortable. They do. And what's crazy about it is that she was hiding in there the entire time. But the thing is, like, we weren't really sure of it because Cam was having like all these visions after that weird ass doctor injected him with stuff. I still don't know what that is. I don't think it was blood, but I don't know. Did they ever address it? I don't know. Like, I don't know what the fuck that was. Because the IV drip, that was blood. What that Isaiah was getting. If you know, you know. But yeah, Cameron was having all these visions. And I wasn't sure if it was like real or not. But it turns out it was really fucking real. Like, this lady was actually like trying to take this man out. Isaiah sees what's going on. He comes in there and then he like throws her against the wall. Which also proves that this isn't a hallucination. Like, it's really real. And then they just mop up the blood and then they have a party in there. It was wild. Like, wow, that was a great scene. That was startling to say the least. And now let's get into the mansion itself, like the outside, like zoom out that bitch, zoom all the way out. Was it not giving Meet Me at the Crossroads? Which is really interesting because like I don't know if you've heard that story about like that old blues singer or something, that black man who like sold his soul to the devil at the crossroads. But I know Sinners was kind of inspired by that. You know what I mean? So I wonder if this movie also took some inspo from that. That whole like idea of or concept of like meeting someone at the crossroads and like, making a deal with the devil because that's what a lot of contracts are. Like I feel like the house, like the outside of it though, was giving like crossroads. Like you're meeting, you're converging there, and then once you go in, it's hard to come out. Or if you come out, you might be something completely different. I feel like if they did that on purpose, then I love that. I love that detail because I'm trying to pay more attention. Like my writer brain is on because I'm starting to realize that like in film, a lot of things are more intentional than I thought. So I'm like, okay, was that on purpose? Was I supposed to notice that? I think so. And then there was that native history lesson on like a certain move in football that was so interesting. I have never heard about that because, of course, they don't teach that in the history books. A lot of the history of the US of A doesn't want to get into who stole and took credit for other people's ideas that we still use today. So, they just don't really touch on it. Isaiah was like, they were running shit and then they became a mascot. So basically, don't ever become a mascot. And that is real as fuck. Like, as someone who grew up in Cleveland, we had the Cleveland Indians baseball team. Like, why did we have that? Why did we have that? And I know there was a football team that had it too. I don't know if they changed it, but I know it was like a big deal, as it should be, because they were like, you're still using this? Oh, the Redskins, Washington Redskins, I think. I'm not sure. I remember seeing something about it on that Netflix show. What was it? The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. That was my shit. I used to love that show. Oh, I used to love that show. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked. But yeah, that was so enlightening. The more you know. And then one of my favorite things in film, a callback. We get a callback to this moment at the end, the very end, when Isaiah and Cam were like trying to kill each other because only one can make it out of this house alive or out that room alive. Because Cam was like sick of Isaiah's shit, and he's like, you know what? There's some weird stuff going on that I don't want to be a part of. Isaiah knew his time was coming, or it might be up, and so he was like, only one of us is gonna make it out. Let's get into it. So they start fighting, beating each other up. When Isaiah was on the ground, Cam was like on top. And then basically Cameron was like, do you know what the opposite of a savior is? And I think Isaiah was like a demon or like a devil or something. And then Cameron was like a mascot and then like takes him out. So Cameron is the new goat. He's the next him, like officially, officially. Like he literally just became the new savior, figuratively and literally. Because, like I said in the beginning of this video, like the team is called the Saviors. Like, wow, wow, wow. See, like that's some full circle stuff that I did enjoy. Like, they did do that. They did complete that. Like, I gotta give it up to the as someone who is trying to like write stuff like this and like think like 10 steps ahead of the audience. Like, I love the breadcrumbing. I was eating it up. I sure was. So the biggest question mark I have at the end of all this is who in the hell is that man that was talking to Cam that one night, caught him on the phone with his parents because he wasn't supposed to be talking to anyone outside of this training camp at Isaiah's house. I think he was like a janitor or something, but who was he? Because I think that was also the man that was sacrificed at the party at the end. I might have misunderstood, or I might have like thought that was someone and it wasn't the person. But like, who is that man? Did we get a name and I missed it? I don't know. Because he was trying to drop hints and warn Cameron about being a player. He was basically like, dude, get the fuck up out of here. Like, don't do it. Like, on some get out shit. Like, leave. Run. Like, was he a former player at some point? Did he know he was about to be sacrificed in order for Cam to be leveled up? Like, I just don't know who he is. Because at the end of Cam's training, when he's at that party, he just sees a man's head on a table. And am I supposed to feel something? Like, am I supposed to, like, I mean, okay, a man just died, clearly. So, like, I do feel bad, like, for whoever that is. But, like, who is that? Like, it's not hitting me as a viewer because I don't know who that man is. We saw him, if that's the guy who I think it is, that cleaner that was in Isaiah's house, that was warning Cam. We saw him one time. So, like, I don't have a connection to him. It wasn't the doctor, was it? Was it the doctor? No, I don't think it was the doctor. Like, because why would it be the doctor? He wasn't warning Cam about anything. So, like, why would they want to get rid of him? I don't know. They said this entire time since Cam was a kid, which makes me believe that his dad was kind of in on it, is that they were grooming him to be the next GOAT. So, like, they've had their eyes on him. They've been giving him all this training and all this attention for years intentionally because they were like, once Isaiah's old and dusty and retired, we don't need him no more. You're going to take his spot. And so I was wondering, like, are the sacrifices raised the same way, but like they know that their time is going to be up, but they can still try to convince people, or maybe they still want to convince people that, like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this? so they can live? Like, is there two different ends of like the contracts? Basically, he don't want to sign that contract. After he kills Isaiah, he reaches the light at the end of the tunnel. He walks out of the tunnel, like you know how like football players do when they like about to when they enter the field. Like he goes out of his tunnel, and the field is there, and it's like people in fucking animal masks. And then when they take them off, it's like Elsie, Isaiah's wife. She's like the one with the contract on the table. And then Cameron's agent is behind him. The person that like was involved with his dad and like propping him up as a young age was behind them. Cameron snapped. He was like, I'm done with this shit. Like, I'm not getting involved. And he kills all of them. I applauded. I loved it. People were like, there's no way he wouldn't sign that contract. Of course he'd want to get rich and famous. Like, oh, come on now. He wouldn't be a hero. Like, come on. He just had to do all this stuff. You're telling me you wouldn't get rich, and you're telling me you wouldn't just sign it. He should have just signed it. No, I like that he stood up against the system. I'm sorry. Like, maybe it might not be the most realistic thing, but at least in movie land, I'll take it. Cause yeah, that's what everyone should do. Well, I'm not advocating for murder, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying like fight against the system. If it's a shitty system, like this system is foaming at the mouth for young black talents to go out there and collide with people and hurt themselves and overexert themselves and train hours every fucking day for like months to be bought and sold by rich white men at the top, those CEOs. They don't really give a damn about them. Like, no, fuck that shit. Like, I would be like that too. I'd be like, I'm ending my suffering right the fuck now. All of you gots to go. Speaking of the animal masks, because I'm thinking about that scene at the end, why is it always like pigs? Is it because pigs share a lot of like physiological traits to humans and like DNA wise? I think we're like 98% related to like pigs. But we're also like 97% similar to like bananas. So like I don't see these villains wearing banana masks. But like why pigs? Is it because they're very intelligent? Is it because of like the saying all men are pigs, which is a great Studio Killers song by the way, their best work. Shout out to Studio Killers. I love their music. I've loved it since I was like 10. Is it because of that one book, Animal Farm? Is that when that started trending? Because there's like other movies I've seen where like usually like the animals are like a deer, an owl, or a pig. What the fuck does that mean? And should I even bother looking it up on the internet? Because I don't want to get into the dark side of the internet, girl. I don't want to get onto the dark web. Absolutely not. And I mean, I guess pigs are pretty symbolic of like dirtiness and griminess, so maybe that's why they do it. But I don't know. I'm just curious. So yeah, I was very satisfied. I didn't mind that ending. You know, I just don't understand how that one guy got dragged to that circle that was in the middle of the field, and then he just fucking exploded. That I don't understand. Someone elaborate. Yeah, because I thought that one guy was already sacrificed because his head was on the table. So, like, why did this other guy? Because, like, him killed everyone on that field with, like, swords and an axe or some shit. I don't know where he got all that from. Maybe it was already out there. I don't know. But the one guy, the very last guy, his agent, got dragged to, like, this circle and just fucking exploded. How did that happen? So there are supernatural elements in this movie. I didn't think there were, but maybe there are. Okay, last thing I want to get to, we got to rewind a little bit. My favorite part of this movie, and that might sound sick of me to say, like my favorite part, but it was the part where things really started amping up and Cam started being like, the fuck am I doing here? Or like, what is really going on? He started questioning this training camp facility in Isaiah's house. He's like, okay, y'all are a little weird. Like, I was already getting a little bit of off vibes, but now I know, like, y'all are on some stuff. Like, whoa, whoa. It was when I don't know what the equipment is called, so you're just gonna have to like, if you know, you know, use your imagination if you didn't watch the movie. There's this thing where you place the football in it and it like pops out. That looks so weird. That looks so bad. But like you can set the speed. Like I've seen it like in high school, like the football players, but usually they're at like a far distance and like the football shoots out and then they run back and try to catch it. They okay. This is actually so crazy. So a group of guys come in the first day or two of training camp, and then they're already acting a little weird, but they're basically treating Isaiah like their god, like the point of this film. And one guy offers himself up to be punished, basically. So if Isaiah throws the ball to Cameron, and Cameron doesn't pass it to someone and they catch it, like, because it's quick. So Isaiah's gonna be like, huh, and then throw it, and then Cam's just gotta turn around and someone's gotta be there, or like his aim's gotta be perfect. So if he misses, then that person that sacrificed himself, that one white guy with the curly hair, they're gonna set that speed thing up, and it'll like the football will just go directly in his face. Like he's gonna block it from going back, and it just like hits him straight in the face. And the first time it happens, Cam is like, "Oh, like, dude, move out the way. Like, what are you doing? Like, oopsies." But then Isaiah's like, "No, like, you're the quarterback. Like, all responsibility falls on your shoulders. Like, your team wins and loses with you. So if you fuck up, everybody else has to suffer." So, like, the football just keeps hitting that dude in the face. And Cam is like, "Oh my God, like, y'all lock the fuck in. Like, they're killing my guy over here." It was crazy. Like, that was actually insane. My jaw was on the floor. That was great to include in a movie like this. That was great. Great idea. Like the acting was fantastic. Like Isaiah's fucking over here laughing like a fucking maniac, just giggling. He's enjoying the hell out of this. Meanwhile, Cameron's like confused. There's like the fear on his face. Great, Tyriq. That was great. That was great. I was with you because I'm sitting there like I ain't never seen some shit like this. What in the hell? And that one guy afterwards, someone that was getting pelted with all those footballs, was basically like, "Thank you, like thank you for choosing me. Like I appreciate it, sir." Sir, no. Like that man was fucked up. Like the his face, like his eye was like the size of like a golf ball, but like red. It was like protruding out. Oh, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. I felt so bad. Like, oh my god. That moment that happened, I would have been like, I gotta go. That would have been interesting to see if he did try to escape, but they wouldn't let him. That could have been an interesting little plot twist. That could have been an interesting little moment. But I like the way the movie went. Yeah, I just wish it was longer. Speaking of injuries, I do want to add that I did really, really like those shots they had where like it was like infrared or whatever you call it, X-ray vision. X-ray vision, that's what it is. And you can just like see the skeletons of people collide with the other skeletons of people. So like in that one moment where during the training camp where like Cam Isaiah was telling Cam to like you gotta be like more aggressive with it, like you're playing too soft. So he headbutts someone, and you could just see the skeleton like crack. Then the man falls on the floor, and he's like fucking twitching and like probably dying. That was crazy. Like the skeletons were just when you would see them punch each other, like at the end when Cam and Isaiah were fighting, you could just see like the skeletons just that was great. I love that. That's very unique. I haven't seen something like that in a film. I appreciated that. Great directing work. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, all in all, Cam's girlfriend was right. Sometimes injuries or setbacks can indeed be a blessing in disguise, for sure. And I did like how he stayed loyal and did not sleep with Isaiah's wife, even at that party where Isaiah's wife was like tempting him with like other women and herself. He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna stay loyal. Like, this is my girl over here. Me and her, we like this." Love that. Thank you. Thank you, Cam. Thank you, Cam. Maybe real love does exist. Not everyone is red pilled. And yeah, for an ending, you know what would have made a really good ending? If after Cam goes out and like slays all these people, he's like, he goes to the phone because he wasn't allowed to call anyone during this. He goes to the phone and he's like, "Mom, I'm coming home." That would have been really good. I don't know. I would have wrote it like that. I thought that would have been a really good touch. Because what the fuck does happen after that? Is he still going to be a football player? Is he still going to be with this team? Is he going to give it all up? Does he have any backup plan? Because how do you go back to being a normal person after that? Like, you know too much. Somebody's going to be after this man. He's going to have to go into hiding. Do the cops know how many people just fucking died? Are they going to start investigating all this? Like, I know it's a movie, so I guess not all questions have to be answered when it comes to, like, little stuff like this. But I would like to know. I would like to see it. I would love to see it. I think the rating on Rotten Tomatoes is a bit harsh, and y'all gotta calm down. I think in a few years, kind of like Marlon said, this will be a classic. Like, people are going to enjoy this. People are going to be like, "Damn, we were so harsh on this movie. Like, we didn't know what we had until it was gone. Like, we should have enjoyed this." I enjoyed him. It wasn't my favorite movie of the year, but it was good. It wasn't bad. People are doing a lot. Like, they got to calm down. You can calm down a little bit. Like, you can back up a little bit. What do y'all think? I will recommend it to folks. And I will be looking into Marlon more because it's Marlon Hello, and Tyreek Withers more because New Man on the Block. I enjoyed it. I want to know more. I want to see more of him. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Like and subscribe, especially if you made it this far. Like, hello, you might as well. I guess that's all I got. So bye.